Hello and welcome to another Smaulgld live stream. Tonight is April 20th. It is Saturday evening and it is Saturday Night Silver with Smaulgld. And as you can tell, this is not Smaulgld. I am Bernie, your host tonight. Smaulgld Lewis is out with Seamus at the pub tonight. And he has left me with the task of going through the topic for tonight, which is Ben Franklin $50. So I'm going to teach you a bit about Ben Franklin, and frankly, I don't really know too much about the silver, so maybe you guys can help me out when we start talking about silver. But I do know about Ben Franklin. He was one of the founders of this country, and like me, he wrote a book. It was called Poor Richard's Almanac. Now, this is a bit of a misnomer because he wasn't really poor. In fact, by today's standards, he was a millionaire and perhaps even a billionaire. So Ben Franklin was probably a billionaire in his time and definitely part of the 1%. But he was a good man in many ways because he did write a book, and he did not apologize for writing this book. Now, the book is interesting because it contains many aphoristic utterances, and there's such things like, "In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes." Now, that's a very good thing, taxes. I think that the statement might have been a little bit better if he had said, "In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except death and higher taxes," which is what you'll get if you vote for me. So, other statements that are in the book. He says, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." That's a good one. That's a good thing. And "a penny saved is a penny earned." That one I don't like because I believe that a penny saved means that that is a penny that does not go to the poor, and that people who save money are in some respects, they are evil because they are hoarding all the pennies, and we need to get the pennies out in circulation. So you can see Ben Franklin's his bias in his statements here, but overall he was a good man, although he did have two slaves. He was not a plantation owner, but he had two slaves in his print shop. Now, one other problem I have with Ben Franklin was supposedly he is the founder, or he invented electricity. Now, therefore, he is responsible for global warming and climate change. And so for this, we really have to reconsider his place. I'm glad that he is no longer on the 50-cent piece. Because he is, in some respects, responsible for the issues that we face and which we have just 12 years to figure out how to deal with. So Ben Franklin should have left his damn kite at home with the rest of the possessions that he had, because bringing that kite out has caused a problem for the rest of the world. But we're not here to talk about global warming or climate change or any type of social injustice, although that is what I know more about than silver. But tonight we're going to take a look at the Ben Franklin $50. Now, I know what a $50 is, and I know that it's made of silver. Now, today they don't have the silver in the coins because, well, I don't even know why, because I really don't know much about money, and I don't know much about things other than most things should be free. And if they're not free, then there's a problem. Now, Lewis, before we get into the Ben Franklin coins, I know he wants me to sell some stuff for him. And I told him before, I feel very uncomfortable trying to ask people to buy things when what he is offering should be free. Like those mugs he wants me to pump. He wants me to ask you to pay for those mugs. I told him no, those mugs should be free. Just like education and healthcare, mugs should be free. He's going to ask me, or he has asked me later on in the program, to sell you some other items like the Ben Franklin silver coins, and I told him no, those coins should be free. So I'm not going to, the problem I have is if things should be free, then I shouldn't be asked to sell them. But I'm going to do it anyway because he's a friend of mine, and I'm going to put politics aside for tonight. Okay, so Lewis has left me with a series of information which I haven't independently verified because I don't know anything about silver, but he has given me some coins charts that he normally has. So let's take a look at the charts that he has given us about the Ben Franklin. Now you forgive me because I am not technically adept either. This is like my third time in front of a computer screen, and I have trouble with my damn emails from time to time. Someone has to pull them up for me. So now what I'm going to do, I think it looks like I have to click on a button and open something, and then I'm going to see, it looks like folders. Like if you were at home and you had a folder, there'd be something in it. Yes, so let's take a look at the folder that says Franklin $50. Okay, so this is a picture of a Franklin $50. As you can see, it has Ben Franklin on the front and you have a Liberty Bell on the back. Now, you can buy these, but I don't suggest that you do. I suggest that you wait for them to become free. Because why should you buy anything? So, if you look at it, you can see that Ben Franklin is there. Now, they don't have a picture of the kite. If I would have designed this coin, I would have the kite on there to permanently shame Ben Franklin for being the father of global warming. But instead, they have a Liberty Bell, and it doesn't even show the crack. I think it's because it's worn out. All right, so the point that I have, let me look at my notes from what Lewis left me. He's told me not to call him at the pub because Seamus does not like to be interrupted when the two of them are having a few beers. Okay, what information do we have about this coin? Well, the coin was minted from 1948 to 1963. And there's the coin again, and you can see Ben Franklin's countenance on the front. Now, this is a coin that very few coins were made. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or just because they didn't have the silver. Maybe there was a silver shortage, or maybe JP Morgan had bought all the silver. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like there's not a lot of these coins that were made. And I think he's got a chart that tells us how many exactly of these coins were made. But you can see from the chart, many years they did not make many of these coins. I'm just going to look now at one of the other charts that he has prepared for you. Yes, this is another chart. This chart shows the total amount of Franklin $50 that the US Mint made. That's a good thing when they make coins. Remember, these coins were free. You did not have to buy these coins. And that is why I'm very upset that Lewis wants me to give you a way to buy these coins. You should not have to buy them. They should be free. But you see, from 1948 to 1963, they minted 465 million coins. That's a lot of coins. That's a good thing. But the number of ounces in the coins were only 168 million. And the reason for that is that each one of these coins, and I have the number in front of me, they have 0.36169 ounces of pure silver in each of these $50. And they were free. You could go into a bank and get them for free. But today, they're trying to charge you for them. They don't understand the concept of free. But anyway, these coins, as many as they made from 1948 to 1963, only have 168 million ounces in them. In 1 year alone, when they stopped making the Franklin $50, they made 429 million 1964 Kennedy $50. Now, Kennedy was the president. And Ben Franklin, I don't know who the hell he was, but he was not a president. He was a guy who wrote a book, just like me. And he wasn't president, probably just like me. And he was a millionaire, like me. So I do like Ben Franklin, but John Kennedy was a president, and they made more of his coins almost in 1 year than they made in the entire years from 1948 to 1963. And that only took up 155 million ounces. But the point that Lewis wanted me to make here, I think this is the point because he has it on the chart, and the chart shows that since 1986, there's a thing called American Silver Eagle. And the American Silver Eagle is a 1 ounce coin, so it is bigger than the Franklin $50 coin. And they have used 618 million ounces of silver. So the point he's trying to make, because this is a sales pitch, he's trying to sell you something. He's trying to tell you that these coins are rare. that the Franklin half-dollar coins only have 168 million ounces of silver, and meanwhile, they've made 618 million American silver eagles. So what he's going to try to tell you is that these are rare and that you should be buying Franklin half-dollars. Well, I'm telling you, I'm not telling you to buy these things. I wouldn't buy them if I were you because, again, they should be free. And when I'm president, they will be free. I can promise you that. Now, let me see if he has any other information about the Franklin silver dollar coin. If not, he also wants me to sell you emergency kits. I'll show you what he's talking about. Now, these I don't mind selling, but I think they should be free too. These are the types of kits that we see in Venezuela. So any good socialist will always have a survival kit because you never know when you might have to line up for food and there might not be any food and the rich will be eating all the food. So you should always have a meal ready to eat set aside so that you don't have to wait in the line. Now, lines are good things. If you can line up for food, that's a good thing. If the rich are eating all the food, that's a bad thing. So if you don't like to wait in lines, I would suggest you get one of these Venezuelan survival kits because the lights go out a lot when you have socialism. Sometimes there's no food on the shelves, but that's okay because if everyone starves, that's fine. So if you buy one of these kits, you can always share it with your neighbors. So it's not like you're hoarding all the food or hoarding the flashlight or whatever is in there. So I'm going to leave links for all of these items. You can buy them, you can don't buy them. They all should be free. The government should be giving you survival kits. They should be giving you all types of stuff for free. But if they don't give it to you, you can always buy it from the Smaulgld site. So if you go to smaulgld.com and you want to spend your money, or maybe you're part of the 1% and you want to spend money, then you spend it. But go to smaulgld.com and you can buy the Franklin half-dollars. And then he tells me he gets a commission. And that bothers me because he shouldn't make money. And that means that somehow he's taking advantage of you when he sells something and then he makes a profit. He should be doing all of this for free, like I'm doing this for free. He's not paying me to come here to talk to you. And now I'm very upset. So with that, if you guys know anything about these half-dollars, I want you to help me tell me what they're all about. And then I'm going to put back up on the screen a way for you to get in touch with Smaulgld and send him money. Because I've determined now he really is a capitalist. And he really is interested only in the money. And, well, there you go. If you want to send him money, you go ahead and send him the money. And I'm going to see what you people are saying in the comments. We have a person here. Her name is Ann Holloman. That's a decent name. That's a good thing. Hello, all, she says. And someone is supposed to have a good trip. And DB Stupid says, sup muggers. I guess I don't know what that means. And Daniel Gummer says that Franklin wrote a book about money. Well, he knows about money. I know that money is a bad thing. And that you shouldn't have it. And because if everything was free, you wouldn't need money. Prashanti Girl is here. And Daniel says that he was against the central bank debt money. And says, looks like copper. Maple Hedgehog. Good evening all. Happy Saturday, everyone. Daniel, Bernie, how was your honeymoon in the USSR? Well, the USSR is one of the best places on earth. And I did spend my honeymoon there with my shirt off for most of the time. And I can tell you that it's a good thing when you're in the Soviet Union. It's too bad that it's not there anymore, but we can always thank our stars that Venezuela is doing well, and I hope to get there one day, but if not, there's always Cuba. Mark Snyder. If everything is free, who pays for everything? Well, I think Mark, that the disrespect that you're showing to me. First of all, I'm a guest host. I'm not here to defend anything. And free. Don't you understand? It's free. Boston Bob. I don't understand what doing his wife means. 1%. The top 0.1% loves free money. And where do they get the free money? AU, AG. Why does he have those symbols? I don't understand. What does Bernie think of AOC? Well, I've met her a couple of times, and she's a very intelligent woman. She understands how things work. Unlike most people in Washington who don't understand that things should be free. She ran on a campaign that things should be free, and she has stuck to it. Well, if I don't have any other questions, I'm going to get off the phone here because I don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't know much about silver. And I don't know who the hell you people are, so I barely know who Lewis is, and Seamus I've never seen. So I'm going to leave the links that he asked me to leave for you so that he can make his dirty money. And here is the link if you're interested in buying those Ben Franklin $half. I would not buy them. You can buy them, but I don't think it's a good idea. And now it looks like YouTube has wised up and they don't allow me to post the links so that you can buy the Franklin $half. I think this one is going to work. So maybe you can try this one. Wait, we got some more questions. This one, if you go, you might be able to buy the Franklin $half at a good price. But on the Smaulgld website, he's got tons of links where you can buy emergency food for your trip to Venezuela, or even if you just want to have it at your house and act like you're in the Soviet Union, eating military rations and using a flashlight because the lights don't work. We've got more questions. Hey Bernie, will Trump win in 2020? No. Trump will not win in 2020. All right, well, how did I do? I hope that you found this informative and that you at least make the main takeaway that everything should be free and that Ben Franklin should be remembered for his causing global warming and climate change by bringing that damn kite out and discovering electricity. So if I don't have any more questions, I'm going to give you a countdown and then I'm going to sign off and report back to Smaulgld and see how Lewis and Seamus are doing. Maybe I'll join them at the pub. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, we got a question. Bernie, why is Joe caressing everyone he meets? I think it's because Joe is an affectionate guy and he likes people. So I don't understand why that would disqualify him from running for president. And you should give us some free money. I don't have any money other than the money I made from my book. And if I gave you money, then I wouldn't be a millionaire. AUAG. Smaulgld survival flashlight. Yes, I think a flashlight is included in that kit. And if you go to smaulgld.com, I think they let me type that in. Smaulgld.com. You'll find some surprises over at Smaulgld.com. You'll see some banner ads and you can buy stuff. Yes. All right, I'm going to do the countdown again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1%, 0. If I have no more questions, no more comments, I'm going home. No, I'm going to the pub.